as well as a day in a data engineering life. Uh, I already explained how we generally do our day-to-day activities in my previous session. In case of work from office, and if possible today, I will try to cover work from home also. What exactly that we will do as part of work from home, and then you come to know what is the difference between work from office culture versus work from home culture. First of all, let me take few questions from here. Question: data house. Any videos covered data warehouse design modeling through case studies? So who is this? I don't know what exactly he is looking for. He mentioned data warehouse and also talking about warehouse design and modeling. So what position he is looking for? I just want to know. This question is not so clear, so I'm just waiting for this Achal. If Achal is in call, please let me know, or else I will go to another question. So Python, I need to learn and practice on Python. Oops, I am from mechanical background. Okay, most of the sources I have searched and checked it. Can't able to understand. Please suggest me. Okay. So Pratap, are you here?
Yes.
Pratap?
Yes.
Yeah. So Pratap, you said you are from mechanical background, right? May I know
Yes. Yes.
when you completed mechanical background and what are you doing currently?
Currently, I'm doing a Hadoop admin in a one MNC, and
Okay.
yeah, I have completed graduate at 2017. So yeah, currently I have a 4 years of experience
Oh,
as a
okay.
in the IT industry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
yes, Hadoop admin I have a 1.2 years. Yeah. So
Okay. Great.
basically, I don't have
Mhm.
hoops concept struggling.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and also
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
So what is your aim? Like you want to become a data engineer or cloud data engineer? What exactly your role? I mean, you want to aiming for?
Uh, okay. So actually, when I came into the company, current company, there is mentioned initially I was in the bench only. Okay. So at the time,
Okay.
they expected like mas Hadoop admin, and then they expected as well the developments also like PySpark or Scala Spark. And they need a high SQL, so everything they need. So we have
Mhm.
to complete those all parts, right? So that's why I have to practice on in
Okay.
all the
So
ecosystems.
indirectly you want to move to a big data developer or a cloud engineer, correct?
Yes, yes, yes,
So currently you have like some command and Hadoop as an admin.
yes, yes.
What about Spark concepts?
Yeah, in Spark concepts, yeah, I have knowledge.
Okay. So have you practiced anything like if it is so, then what language that you have used? Is it Python or Scala?
Yeah, initially I have started a Scala only. So
Mm-hmm.
after that, in my project, they are doing some Python scripts also. So that's
Mm-hmm.
why I'm changing into Python as well. Because in the
Okay.
future also, if I go to
Mm.
any data science like that, na, then Python only the preferable, right? So
Okay.
uh, yeah, that's why.
Okay. See, let me tell you one thing. There are two things that you are
Okay,
aiming. One is like
okay.
if you want me advice, can you please go on mute because I'm getting a lot of noise. So if you are looking to become a looking for a data engineer role, then you no need to learn all Python libraries. Okay, basic to intermediate knowledge in Python is sufficient for data engineer. In case of any data engineer, we can say PySpark or with Hadoop or any other cloud integration. For data science, you have to learn many libraries. And what my advice is, don't target two at a time because data science is a a huge scope where you have to cover many other tools and tasks in addition to a big data tools. So if your aim is to work on any one, that is good, but don't directly jump into data science as of now. First of all, you try to learn the tools which are required for a data engineer, and then do some hands-on, and then get a job or get a project, real-time project, and work 1 or 2 years for a data engineer. And then if still you are aiming for a data science or say data scientist or ML engineer, then you have to upgrade accordingly and then move to ML or data scientist. That will help. Why I'm saying that is a data engineer uh, is one of the part, like to become a ML or a data scientist. You should have a data engineering skills, okay? Because data processing also you're supposed to learn to become a ML engineer or data scientist. I mean with PySpark, etc. So don't aim two together. If your aim is to get a job in big data world, better go for a data engineer, especially uh, you know uh, prefer for a cloud based data engineer, that is Azure or AWS, whatever you like. But PySpark and existing database or an existing warehouse like Hive or HDFS, a storage system, you're supposed to have a knowledge because you are showing as an experienced guy. Uh, so prior knowledge in your project or a profile, you're supposed to mention that you already worked 1 or 2 project exclusively, like I can say without cloud, and then current project you have to show I'm working also on cloud project. So at least 2 projects you have to show to become a cloud data engineer. If you want to become only data engineer, no need to show that you have a cloud experience. But idea is majority of the projects which was built previously on Hadoop or on-prem are migrating to a cloud-based tools. So what I want to say is to everyone, not only this is not exactly a Python question, but since the situation came, I am just to explaining to you. Please try to uh, like get a knowledge on this both the cases, cloud as well as non-cloud. If you are making you as an experienced person, if you are a 1-2 years fresher or experienced, then I think that is fine. Without cloud also you may get a job, but after getting job itself, they may train you. Definitely you have to work some of the, any one of the cloud, either GCP, AWS or Azure. Okay, for coming to your question, do we require OOPS concept? For a big data engineer, you won't use that much, but it is good to have a knowledge and OOPS concept. That is a one of the strong basics that a engineer are supposed to have. Please learn. Okay, OOPS concept. I understood that you asked me to suggest some channels. I already given for Python. I think you are having this link. Okay, what is that link? Roadmap. So not only Python, the Python I have given, they explained a little basics. Better go through as of now and get some command. Okay, and coming to OOPS concept, you may not understand first time. You have to practice multiple times and with some hands-on, some real-time use case. Then you will get a clarity. Fine? Is it clear?
Yeah. Yes, Naresh. Yeah. Yeah. So as a data engineer, the OOP concept is
Mm.
not needed, right? Only the basic Python is enough. As a data engineer, we can able to survey, right?
But it is good. It is good to have a OOPS concepts. Okay, don't ignore OOPS concept. That is very important. But generally, we won't use much. But yeah, good to have. Okay.
Okay.
The functions concept you should aware. Okay. 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 So guys, next question is from Rahul. That is, what are the optimization used in PySpark, guys? This is not a simple answer because I'm trying to identify, and I will try to create one video where I just want to highlight performance techniques, and also if we are going to execute any demo project, there also I will try to highlight few. But let me tell you a few of the Spark optimizers that we generally use in our current projects. So number one is data normalization, data denormalization. These two you have to use based on the requirement. Okay, I no need to explain in detail if you want to know a full details about what is data denormalization, what is normalization. If you search in YouTube, you come to know it nothing but a, if there are many tables are there, then you want to make all the data, required data into one table, then that is a data need denormalization. And then sometimes we required, there might be a big table where we require only one column of data or two columns of data. That time you don't want to read all the columns data. Then generally what we will do is we will create a subset of the table where we will create where we use a newly created table which is very small. So in case of join, it will scan very less records, hence performance will be increased. So these are the data normalization and denormalization technique we have to use not only in Spark but also Hive or any SQL. This is a very important. And second one, second tip is, I don't know how many of you guys know, there is a concept called map side join or reduce side join also. So you may think that even you are doing a table A with a left join with table B, so generally you don't know, right? We may take table A first and then table B second, or table B first and then table A second. So I know I'm explaining theory. Sometimes you may not understand, but yeah, we will come up with a real-time example whenever we get a time. I will try to create. These are very good questions that you people are asking me, and for this question, we may have a multiple answer. Each multiple answer we have to show practically, right? Now I'm just giving a theoretical explanation. If you have a time, please search it. But coming to this John, right? In this case of John, first of all, when you take a table A, you have to choose a small table. Okay, small table first and then big table second. Okay, generally you have to do something like that, so that what it will do, that small table will goes to let us say some cache memory, which is very faster than the next normal memory. Okay, and this will be very much useful in case of map-side join when you are using only Hive. Okay, so it's really, it will work a lot in case of taking a small table as a first and then big table in the second. Why I'm saying that, if your memory, cache memory is full, or generally cache memories are very less, okay, which are very fast, okay, as compared to a normal memory. And that is the reason we will put a smaller data set into a cache memory data set, in a sense a smaller table size. Let us say there are two tables, for example. One table size is only 10 MB and the second table size is 10 GB. Okay, so in this case, my advice is, first of all, take 10 MB and then do with 10 GB data. Okay, don't take 10 GB of data table first and then do join with 10 MB of data. That time both data will be in normal memory. Okay, so that is also one of the performance technique, and Johns will play a vital role, I can say. Okay, and like one more example, in case of Spark, you have to decide a partition size. Okay, sometimes you don't know, if you are reading multiple smaller files, it will lead to a performance reduction, or you can say it will consume a lot of resources, where though they will process in parallel, but it is waste of resources as well as the time. So let us say Hadoop, the block size is by default 128 MB. Okay, when you are reading data from Hadoop, Spark will automatically create a partition with 128 MB, right? So to process 128 MB, you required a memory. Let us say 200 MB memory is sufficient to process 128, right? So, but if you divide that into 10 MB files, then it is waste of codes and memory also, right? So there are many parallel threads will be executed. So again, it will lead to performance degradation. So you have to be very careful. You have to decide based on the memory which is available, based on the cores which are available, and then decide a partition size. let us assume there is a, I just explained a smaller case, right? What you have to do, if there are 8 MB, 10 MB files are there. If you give that files to a data frame input directly, what will happen? What will happen? It will create that many number of partitions. That is waste of our resources and waste of our time, right? Instead, what we have to do, we have to club those 8 MB, 10 MB files till up to 128 MB or 120 MB or 100 MB, and then process it. And what will happen? How we can do that? You have to understand how to add this file and make it a bigger file. Bigger file in a sense, not a 1 GB file, maybe 100 MB file, maybe 120 MB file, which is less than a, more or less less than the default partition size. This will play a very vital role, I can say, in case of performance optimization, and vice versa. Let us say there is a big file. Okay, if you are trying to reduce, um, let me tell you one example. There is a 1024 MB file is there. Okay, when you send it, by default, how many partitions it will create? Okay, 24, I think 8 partitions it may create, right? So if you think you have enough memory or enough cores, okay, why don't you resize that? Why don't you do a coalesce and make it from 8 partitions to 4 partitions, where it will utilize only a less memory, a less cores, and process it, right? So it is vice versa. If a big file is there, you don't process as it is. If a small file is there, you don't process it as it is. You have to think based on our resource availability and based on the urgency of the execution. You have to decide. I just explained only few, but yeah, we will discuss that. Not only that, there are many other concepts which are I think decide the spark optimization. Okay, so I will tell you in between if I get if I able to recollect many. So you people, let us say I don't know who is Rahul Singh written this, right? If others know the answer, you can always write something here. Okay, it is not necessary that I have to answer. If you are good at the spark optimization techniques, if I'm not covering that, you please go ahead and explain. I'm very happy if you do that. Okay, so guys, can you please say yes or no? Are you able to follow me? I know I'm saying theory, but at least you will get some idea. But practically, it will take a time. But you can search. You will get many videos on this. Okay. So performance optimization also depends on the type of the file format. Okay. If you are trying to read CSV file and write a CSV file, then it will take a lot of time and lot of space. But I think JSON or Parquet are very efficient when you are writing a data. When reading, again, Parquet and JSON are very optimistic as compared to CSV or text file. So you have to um, think a performance as well as the space, and then you decide what file format is more suitable for you. Coming to nowadays, I will explain. This is very, very important. You didn't mention here, but I want to explain one topic, that is data warehousing, Delta Lake, and Delta tables or data lake house. I don't know how many of you know this concept, but this is very, very important concept. Okay, so you might heard SCD concepts. Now you no need to explicitly implement SCD by using this delta table mechanism in Databricks. That is the biggest advantage that is recently came into our Databricks. I don't know how many of you are aware. So that is also one of the biggest advantage to optimize these Spark jobs. Okay, and partitioning, bucketing is also one of the performance optimization techniques. Okay, there are much more. There are much more. When you do some hands-on with a bigger data set, then you can play around. Okay, guys. I think
Naresh, I have one question.
Yeah.
Hello.
Who is this?
Just I wanted to understand delta table in one line or two line. If you can say something about it.
Simple. Simple. So let me tell you one example.
Yeah.
Earlier, when we, let us say there is a incremental load. Do you know delta load or incremental load concepts?
Incremental. It's like I know that
Okay.
whatever
Okay. No
we
worries. No
get
worries. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. Let me tell
today
you.
and whatever we will get tomorrow, the data that would be the incremental.
Say there is a table or data. Column one is having some name one, name one, and this is some age. Okay. So general table only having only these two columns. Okay. Only these two columns. Now idea is like we have to create a delta table. Why we have to create a delta table? I will tell you. Okay. So one customer came to our store day one, then the customer name and age. Okay. And then day two. Now what we did is we used a delta table mechanism in Databricks where we loaded data. Then how data will be loaded in delta tables in Databricks is similar to like this. Okay. What is this? What is this? Is something like this. Okay. Let me version one. Okay. Version one, and then some timestamp. Okay. Some timestamp. Timestamp means complete timestamp 1 2 3 4 5 6 11, date and timestamp. Okay. And then second day again there is a second person. Okay. Person 2 came, and then there is 36. Okay. Now you want to again increment the data. Okay. Now let me tell you. Okay. Since you are appending, it is again a version one only, because there is no upsert or edit you are doing here, right? So what it will do is it will maintain something like this. But when you are trying to change something, okay, when you are trying to change something, see guys, there are two things. This is not a I can say it's not insert override. I'm saying it is insert into. Okay. Insert into case is this. Okay. Now let us say you can take any a column, column 2, let us say 4 number. Okay. 9032. Okay, something. Okay. Now this is also 4 number, some 7. Why I taking this, you come to know. Okay. Now so they want some customer, same customer, change their number. Okay. So what will happen? So let us say they change it to 729 something. Now automatically we have to update this record. Okay, we have to update this record. Then what it will do? It will update and give entire this data set, okay, as version 2. Or this is a version 2, and new data set is version 2. It will maintain two records. It will maintain two records, two versions. One is the latest one is 2. This one is again 4. Sorry, 1, and this is 7, right? So now delta table, what it will do? It will maintain both. It will maintain both. Okay, old version and new version. Okay. So but when you query this table, delta table, it won't give this one. It won't give this one. It will give this one. You don't need to mention anything there. Version 1 is equal to version 2 is, you don't need to mention anything. By default, when you query the data, it will pull your latest record. Okay. To implement this, you have to use some SCD concepts earlier. When you are not using a Databricks, then you have to implement this SCD. But when you use a Databricks, then there is a concept called delta tables concept, where this automatically brings up. What is the beauty of this? Let us say now something there was some correction. Okay, then what we can do is we can insert overwrite and insert into where version is equal to 1. Then what it will do, next time something was happen, you want to restore it. What you will do, simply this is a version 3, this is version 2, sorry, version 3, this is become a version 2, and this is become a version 1, old one. Okay, so what we can restore whatever the restored data is, maybe become a your actual data. Actual data is, let us say, this first record and this record may be same, because this intentionally or somehow they missed something. Okay, they updated wrongly, then they realized, no, we did something wrong. Then if there is a delta, if there is no delta table, what is the real time solution for this? Is it is very tough. If it is inside override, it is a very big mistake, because we will lose the data. And if it is happening in production, that is a big escalation. So generally what we will do, we used to implement SCDs. SCDs means we only create these versioning concepts. Okay, then the latest version only we will pick. That is kind of some manual process that we have to involve. We have to use a window functions like row numbers and then give the ranks. Okay, so many things we have to do to implement SCDs, right? But here by default, you no need to create any use any window functions, or you no need to create any manual methods. Directly you can directly use a query where select a data version is equal to 1, then automatically this data will be loaded here. Then this is the latest data. You are clear this?
My question here, I didn't get properly. Like
Mhm.
first version is there, and then second version something got updated,
Mhm.
and third version we have corrected it. Correct.
See,
So these are the one table itself, or these all are the, means like delta table is different table, or all are only one table.
one table, you don't confuse. Delta table is a just concept, okay, where the table holds the history. Okay, but when you query it, it will give you only updated data, not old data. If you want to specifically want to see old data, then you have to query something like that, where version is equal to this.
Okay,
Okay,
so this table will be created with version.
yes, by default backend you no need to create means
Okay,
when you create, let us say, create table name and then column names and data type, and we will place the location, right? Then table will be
yeah.
created, correct?
Yes, yes, yes.
So in Databricks current version, when you are using, by default it will create a delta. If you don't want to create a delta, you have to exclusively mention.
Fine, fine. Now I got it.
Okay, okay, okay guys, so okay, PySpark, what are the giants used in PySpark apart from SQL giants? So guys, this is the, I can say, Rahul, I don't know whether you are here or not. So let me tell you, giants you won't change. Okay, giants is the old concept. Okay, there is no new concept which came into the market and people are start using. See, delta is a kind of a new, okay, what they came up, but giants are very old. Okay, let me tell you some of the giants. We will use standard giants, inner giant, left giant, right giant, and then full giant. What we will use in general is like left anti-giant, right anti-giant, left semi-giant, right semi-giant. Okay, all these things we will use. Rahul, you are here? Okay.
I think he is not here, but that this info is very important. Thank you. So those joins you have mentioned, sir. Uh, so those the right outer join, left outer join, those are basically the simple joins for SQL. So you're saying that they are not used in production environment, but the joins
Who
you have
said?
mentioned are.
No, who said? Who said?
No, no, no,
Inner
no.
gen we will use, left gen we will use, right gen we will use.
Okay, okay. These are used mostly. Okay, in
Yeah,
the
but I'm saying left anti-join, right anti-join, left semi-join, right semi-join.
okay.
These also, based on the requirement we will use. I'm not saying we won't use, but we will use.
Sir, there are some other joins as well which are asked in interview questions mostly, which I haven't like heard or I've been asked like broadcast has joined, shuffle has joined, sort merge join.
Okay.
Yeah. So
See,
these are also still going on in production. I used to give interviews like a year ago, but now I have not. So I'm talking about the questions being asked one year
see.
ago.
Are
Yeah.
you who is Simran or who is talking?
Yes, sir. Simran. Simran.
Yes, Simran. Simran, as you said, those are few giants, and those are not standard giants because you may not see those kind of giants in SQL. Correct?
Yes,
Right?
yes, yes,
So
yes.
those are business requirement. Based on the requirement, we have to choose. Okay,
Okay. Okay. So
and
these
you
join.
may not expect every interview that you will get those kind of giants. Okay.
Okay, sir. These kind of joins can they can ask me that the joins you have mentioned and I have mentioned broadcast has joined, shuffle has joined, sort merge join, right? Only based on the requirement, right? Business requirement.
Yeah. Broadcast yarn is generally people use in case of
Okay.
again that is also performance optimizer, one of that technique.
Okay. Okay. Okay, sir.
Okay, shared variable concept, accumulators and broadcast giants.
Yes, yes. Accumulators and broadcast variables.
Yeah, those are
Yes.
the shared variables we can say. Those are also this broadcast giants as part of we can say optimizers, performance one of the performance optimizers also based on the data set again requirement. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, fine.
Sir,
So Azure. Yeah. Yes, Imran.
when is the project coming?
Yeah, I'm closely working here. Closing working, but unfortunately, the project may be coming on cloud first, so Azure cloud. So,
Okay.
again, I'm telling you through you, guys. Even I'm learning Azure because I'm not mastered in Azure. So I'm taking support from experienced persons. But why I'm highlighting this point is even companies are migrating to cloud. So they are already developed Hadoop with SpicePark and Talent and all, but still they are migrating their existing project into Azure. So I strongly recommend anyone a cloud you should be master. If you won't, even you may select. But idea is like even after selecting or even after joining the company, they will ask you to learn one cloud. So without that, 90% I'm strongly recommending you to please learn any cloud, any one.
No. Sir,
If
basically, sorry to interrupt you in between. So
yeah,
basically, say I am an
sorry.
admin, like I'm a Linux admin, right? So sometimes what I use basically, if I am logging into a server, if it is on premise, I go to AWS and I use EC2 instance. Or if in
Okay,
case regarding the storage, I use the bucket. I use the S3 bucket, right? Uh,
okay,
so so basically, what I think is if I'm going into cloud, the concepts will remain same as in Hive and as in programming. Like the basic things we are learning to become a data engineer, those will stay same in the cloud as well. It's just that from on premise it will go to cloud. Uh, Please correct me if I'm wrong or
okay.
if some correction is required.
So you're saying is on-prem softwares are almost same on a cloud also, you mean to say? Is
Yes,
that
yes,
your question?
yes, that's what I'm thinking.
Okay, give me I will tell you some real-time example. So we are majority people are from India, right? All we are Indians, right? Right? Our way of living style, way of cooking style, way of eating
Yes,
style
yes,
is a bit different
yes.
from a US or UK or any other country people. Correct?
It is, yes.
So So cloud is also having their own setup and own infrastructure and approaches. Even the same kind of requirement may be developed similar. I mean, let us say Azure and AWS and GCP. You tell me AWS storage is S3, Azure is
Yes.
blob, okay,
So,
and GCP is something again bucketing or something. I am not sure. So
something.
yeah, so see, purpose, they are resolving our purpose. What is that purpose? Storage, right? But
Storage.
they have their own approaches, their own infrastructure, their own names, correct? So
Yes.
here how we have another, let us say EC2. In this case, there is another one. Okay,
Yes.
so on-prem uh, is though you are having experience in on-prem, but
Mhm.
cloud you may see at least a 50% change.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
okay. So it's kind of a driving a bus or driving a car or driving a plane. Okay, but destination you can reach
Yeah,
obviously.
50% of things will be different. Like
You can
the
just assume. Yeah,
way
you
of
can.
doing it is different. A destination will be same.
Correct. You can
Got your point.
there also you will achieve, here also you will achieve, but in between, what process you required that you have to choose, or
I
what
w-
are
s-
on-prem or cloud.
Sir, I would still ask you on behalf of everyone
Mhm.
in the meeting. I would say that being a data engineer is very important. Cloud comes later, and I think if we don't have cloud knowledge, still we will get hired. At least someone will hire us.
Of course, that's what I'm saying, right? So definitely you will hide. There is no problem at all, but you have to prove yourself in that area that I'm strong.
Oh,
And also you say that yes, I'm in learning stage, especially cloud side. If I get an opportunity, I'm definitely I will work on it.
got it.
Okay. Yeah. So it's not mandatory that you have to work immediately, but Azure cloud, I don't think you may take more than 2 months, even you when you start from zero. If you have basics of Spark and Python. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, and Airflow I'm still learning. This is only scheduler. So where I have knowledge is Uzi, Redwood. I have a knowledge, and Airflow I have to learn. I'm still started, but yeah, I would like to know how depth we need to understand. No, guys, again I'm telling you, scheduler. It is optional. If you think, see, interviewer may not reject you because of you don't know a scheduler knowledge. Try to understand if they required you. If you prove yourself in a core area that is data warehousing concepts or a data project concepts or a PySpark concepts or a Spark with Scala concepts and the project experience concepts, if you are good at that area, you can. It is again depends on you. You can say that yes, we have a big team where admin people will work on this scheduler part, where we will just give a all the project related dependencies. Dependencies means like it's, let us say jar files or input path or output path or table creation script or metadata or let us say if you are creating some Python file, that is a Python file you have to provide, and the shell script file if you created, those are all project dependencies, right? So when you give this and give some KT to them, then they will deploy on behalf of you. Okay, there is a separate team who can able to deploy this scheduler, but you have to explain this much thing. Okay, so that is completely based on you, how you can explain them if you are not good at scheduler part. Hope this might be clear for Gayatri.
Yeah, yes, Naresh. No, actually, just I had a doubt. Like one of the last interview, I had something this kind of question. He was expecting me to know completely about even the scheduling the jobs also. So that's the reason I just wanted to know. Like,
Yes, Gayatri, I strongly recommend you to learn Airflow. It's not a big deal. If you are good at Python, then you can able to learn. And for Airflow also, I think I given some links.
yeah, it's there.
Please go through. I think it will take some time. If you are not good at Python, it will create some confusion. But once you get a concept, then it is very good for you only because it is popular tool.
But in a real time, there will be the admin team who will take care of it, right? Finally, which you
Not like that. Again, I'm telling you, you have to push that. You have to
Okay.
strongly say that yes, it's a big organization. We only work on the development side, and we will pass all these dependencies to our admin team who can schedule the task via Airflow. That's it. Nobody will ask you like if see having a knowledge on Airflow is really is good, I can say. But even you don't know Airflow, you can able to get the job if you prove yourself in I mean in the basics. Okay.
Hmm. Okay, Naresh. Thank you.
The question is, we have a 15 minutes time. What you want to explain me? Shall we discuss few of these questions, or shall I continue work from home activities which I do generally?
So I would say these questions because last time it was very great explanation by you regarding the job, the day-to-day responsibilities. We have to explain those to the interviewer. I would say these questions looks good. So why not discuss these ones?
You tell me. I didn't understand. You want me to go through this or that concept?
These questions, according to me, you can ask others as well.
Guys, quickly. I just want to hear poll. Which one you prefer?
These questions,
Anyone?
Naresh.
Fine, fine, fine. All right. Hmm. Intro asked me how many pipelines I have worked on and that. I think, guys, I discussed this point because pipelines is kind of a projects and how many projects that you worked. Pipeline is kind of a, let us say, I told you, one cloud-based, one non-cloud-based, you can explain, or two non-cloud-based also you can explain. But don't take a same source. Let us say pipeline one. Pipeline one. Let us take example pipeline one. Pipeline one is, let us say you are taking a data from a PostgreSQL SQL and you are using a scoop and then loading the data into a Hive table directly backend HDFS. And then you will use a PySpark and then you are process the data and send it back to any NoSQL database. This is one pipeline where you are using PostgreSQL or Oracle as a source and Scoop as a ingestion tool. Hadoop or Hive is a warehouse and storage. PySpark is a execution tool, and then NoSQL database, which is HBase or MongoDB or Cassandra or DynamoDB. These are all comes under a NoSQL database where people can also load data into a NoSQL database also. This is one of the pipeline. If you ask me another pipeline, I can say different way. Let us say we will collect web logs, okay, which is unstructured or semi-structured data from different resources, okay, through Flume or Kafka. Okay, then we'll take the data into a Hadoop and we will do a filtration and we will create a table and we will do cleaning and we will create a data frames. We will do a transformations and then we load data into a cloud, maybe Amazon S3 or Azure Blob. This is another pipeline. Third pipeline also I can say. Let us say there are 10 countries where we supposed to get the data that may be a semi-structured and a structured data by using Talent. We will use the Talent as a ETL tool and data processing tool. So where we no need to use any scoop and all or Flume and all. Directly we can use Talent to pull the data and to process the data by using Hadoop as well as Spark in Talent. Okay, and end use, you can say that the data goes to our reporting tools such as Power BI or Tableau. So based on the domain which you pick up, let us say retail, energy, banking, health, these are the different domains which are available. You take any use case from kaggle.com. Okay, just type it based on my word. Just now I told you. Then get some data and use these tools in different pipelines. Then build a story around it. You got it?
Yes. Thank you.
Okay. What is data integration and migration? So generally in a project phase, you know, right? Uh, Data source ingestion, okay, and data pre-processing, data processing, and reporting or analytics. So these are some phases while you are creating some pipeline. So integration, two tools. In between two tools, if you are doing some a common task, or by integrating that software, you are able to do some data processing. So that is called an integration. Let us say talent, okay, is one of the integration tool where we will use talent as the data processing and data ingestion. Okay, coming to migration. So migrating, I just use this word a couple of minutes back, that we are migrating from on-prem to cloud. What does it mean? You are trying to replicate the existing process on cloud. That means the process already in progress or already live on premise, but somehow it is not as scalable. Somehow it is taking a lot of maintenance. Somehow taking it is a lot of problems, creating some lot of problems. Then you want to shift to the cloud, okay, to minimize the administrative cost, or to minimize the, you can say, threat, or to increase the security, to automate the jobs, to minimize the human resources, to save some time. Okay, that time what we will do, we will do a migration. It could be a data migration, it could be software to software migration. Hope this is clear, guys. Okay, in some interviews asking about API knowledge, could you explain why it is needed and whether we need to, guys, that's again I'm telling you, right? So API concepts may ask in some of the interviews, but I don't think this is a mandatory skill that a data engineer should have. But yeah, having a API knowledge may be useful, but even I don't have a experience on this. Still, I am doing as a senior data engineer. Okay, so it's not mandatory, I can say. Okay, and I basically have 2 years of Java experience, but in my resume mentioned 2 years of experience in big data and PySpark, because I learned. Okay, now when I receive call, they ask about the Java experience. I say no, because I learned transformation things in Python. So how to transform? Not required here. See, Java people are asking very less. You can search in any job portals, and Java requirement. It is good to have, but not mandatory. But Scala is Python is bit a bit important and mandatory for the Spark. So straight away you can say that I know the Java, but we are not using Java with Spark. We are using Java Spark with Python, or Spark with Scala. Hope I answered that question. Mm. Does interviewer ask what is your expectation? What is the best answer for that? I didn't understand what is your expectation. The interviewer asks, okay. What exactly, guys? Simran or anyone, can you please reframe this? What exactly in your view?
What is your expectation? What is the best answer for that? So expectation, what your obviously this could be an HR point of view question, like when you go to HR round and they ask you that
I don't think
type of
my help
question
is
is
required in case
no
of
no
HR round, but
yeah,
let me tell you.
your
Let me
help
tell
is
you.
not
Because
required.
see, there are many meanings, right? There are many meanings in this. I cannot say, I don't know who is written this, but the person is there, it is well and good. If not, let me just answer in a generic way.
Yeah,
So, the interviewer asks, what is your expectation? They may ask, but better if you are not confident any other topic, you please don't expect anything. But if you are good at some and you somehow attend and cleared the interview, or interview in a sense answered very well, you have some confidence that you can able to clear based on the discussion. That time you can ask, right? So um, see, it's completely based on their movement. Mood and time. If they ask, then you can reply that yeah. If not, you can also ask if you have any questions, but not much. I can say this is optional. I don't do much here if you are not sure. And
sir, I
interviewer
would
asking,
yeah.
yeah. Go ahead.
Sorry. So I would say that no, I wish to learn more in say the cloud concepts, because I'm from the I've worked on on-prem, but I have not worked on cloud much. So I am expecting to gain a lot of experience in cloud, I would say. That kind of answer I can say.
See. There is there is no ready-made answer. You have to think interviewer mindset and their requirements too. Correct?
Okay. Okay.
Let us
Okay.
say if they don't want, let us say they don't have any project on cloud. So somehow they are very much interested and they have satisfied with your interview answers. Why should you ask them? Why should you explain an extra thing which he is not asking you?
Yes. Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, don't do that. Okay. So what is your day-to-day work responsibility? I already told this in case of work from office. If you require, I will continue work from home as well. Okay. So I think guys, we'll take questions later then. I think we answered 5 or 6 today and above. And the rest also I will try to clear as soon as possible and
No,
we'll
no
go with
problem, sir.
the.
I would like to say something about this number sixth question. Like, what are the challenges you faced, if you allow?
Yeah, we see it's again a
S-
story that I will tell how to create a story, how to impress the interviewer in this case
o-
in next class.
Okay. No, no problem, sir. No problem. Okay, no problem.
Okay. Guys, any common questions? Because I'm not giving you much time today. I taken a lot of time. Any common question? Any last question? Okay. If there is no, guys, I just want to update one thing that I think this is a monthly subscription. So, and one more thing, I just changed it a little bit. Like, though I'm getting a response from support 3, since my schedule is very busy in next couple of months. So I want to add all the support 3 guys. Don't go to this 2 and 3 as of now. I will tell you later. But coming to support 1, what I'm doing, I'm just doing for a favor for you. These are all earlier it was into a support 3, but I'm bringing into support 1 only. You can utilize. You no need to pay extra because whatever the amount that I specified, you can pay the same amount. But I'm giving an extra services for you. If you want, you can utilize. And why I'm doing this is I don't want to another 1 hour session separately for that. I want to explain interview tips in this class also based on the requirement along with the topics which I mentioned as part of support 1. So why I did something like this is really I don't get that much time when I start. You can say if in future if I take any online class, then I have to spend at least 1 to 2 hours for only online class, right? In that case, it is very hard to get that much time to go with support 3, whereas I defined last month. So to favor you, I just bring more services into support 1, and
Thank you.
you people can go through only support 1. As and when these 2 come into the picture, I will announce. But until unless, you no need to worry about it. So what I want to say here is, I am going to conduct only 1 session per week, and then utilize my rest of the time to prepare these topics to explain you better. It makes
Okay.
sense, right?
Okay. Okay. Yes, it makes sense. So we can go with the interview preparation as well, because I was thinking
Yes.
of going into support three. Okay. Thank you.
I already conducted a couple of mock interviews. Those who are ready, you can request based on my availability, based on your availability. We will connect any one day. Yeah.
One minute, I'm here. Actually, I'm working in one of the top MNC in IT.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I'm
Okay.
started like a SQL developer. Then the project was like migrated into Hadoop data engineering role.
Mm-hmm.
So after that, the project was closed within 2 to 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
Then 2 months before, I was working in Azure project. That is after
Mm-hmm.
2 months I was worked. So
Okay.
previous 2 months, I'm in bench only. I'm not able to crack any internal calls. like Hadoop data engineering protocols.
So can you please do one thing? Because this is a continuous subscription. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So guys, those who are going for an interview, please do let me know. I will spend minimum half an hour time with you, minimum, where I will review your resume. Also, I will try to give you my advice or tips based on my experience, so that you can concentrate and get a job. Fine. You no need to pay extra. Earlier it was 500 rupees extra, but now no. Within this, I can able to give you services based on my availability. Fine.
Okay. Okay.
So I think that's it, guys. Sorry, I moved class to evening because I told you, right? I'm in remote area now. I don't want to miss this, so I brought my laptop uh, out of the city. Mm, okay. Anyway, thanks for joining. And since this month is over, right? So next class is in March. So let me tell you, those who are going to pay March month, only those will get a meeting invite. So don't please disturb me sending a personal messages to me, because I used to get a lot of messages, one-to-one message. Try to understand, it is not practically possible to reply to everyone. And that is the reason I created this channel. That is the reason I created a group where I can just give my reply in one shot or one message. Try to understand. You can ping me if that is that much important, that much urgent. Then only you can disturb me. Otherwise, try to follow my videos or try to follow the group chat. Then I will try to answer whenever I have a time. And also if you, I don't know, because we have completed successfully 4 sessions, that is 1 month. And if you feel this is the worth what amount that you are paying, you can continue the subscription to discuss more, because the topics are very less that we discussed, but this will keep on will come. So I hope this will be very, very useful. You people definitely utilize this opportunity. So I have a tremendous response. Even it is the first month. See, these many people have spent taken the first month subscription. Almost 45 members has taken. So how I will send a meeting invite is based on this email IDs, okay? Those who paid. So if you are not going to update the sheet by going to the payment or sheet, so I won't get any update. So I may not send a one-to-one email, one-to-one meeting request. I will just copy and send a meeting ID to these folks only. So why I'm saying, if you want to receive a meeting link from next week onwards, so you have to pay, or you have to subscribe for next month also. Okay, there's no I can say I'm not asking you to please join. Whoever required these sessions, you please join. Okay, links already provided every video description. You can go ahead, and this when you click at video description, you will redirect to this page. Simply you click this. Okay, once you click this, then you can just mention month as a March. Okay, I am just telling you, those who have joined recently don't know the procedure. Just click this. You will redirect to the sheet where just name, WhatsApp number, email ID, you are from abroad or India, select method and put March, okay, because you are paying for March, and choose any UPI or bank transfer and complete the transaction. Okay, that's it. And then automatically I will get details something like this, and I will consider only this sheet to send an invite. Again, I'm telling you. Okay, hope this is so much clear, because many people are asking me by pinging one-to-one. And since this session is recorded, so whoever is going to see this video, and this will be helpful for everyone. Is it clear, guys?
Yes,
Okay.
thank you.
Actually, Naresh, some videos we are not able to view in YouTube. It asking some subscription.
See, thing is, those are very important, and I think maybe 150 rupees something, or you
Yes,
may
yes.
have to pay to see some premium videos. Very less videos. I think you may see almost 200 videos are there in my channel. Out of
Yes, yes.
200, you will see
Some
180
less videos
videos.
only is it asking like.
Yeah, 180 or 190 videos are free, but only 10 to 20 videos are not free, because it's kind of a funding, right? So if you require that, then you can pay. That is optional. There's no force at all. Okay.
Okay.
But it is worth to pay. It's not a 150 rupees. What we will get generally? You tell me. 500 rupees. What we are getting these days, right?
Okay.
So
Pizza, sir.
to
Pizza.
you know, right, to create one video, I don't know others, but to create a class or to explain this, I have to go through some, at least something, preparation, and then after completing this video, I have to spend half a day to edit this video and upload into YouTube. So at least a day time I have to spend, right? So
Mm-hmm.
hope you understand what I want to say, right? So that is the reason only few videos are on premium side. That is completely optional. Who can able to afford, they can go for it. If not, they can see a free content. That is up to them. Okay,
Okay.
guys, thank you so much for joining. Have a nice weekend.
Thank you.